Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here, and this time reviewing on Super Mario Bros. 1993 film review. Now, as you know, Super Mario originally first appeared in Donkey Kong back in 1981, and the goal of the game was pretty much you were Mario trying to rescue your love interest from a pissed off gorilla, and eventually in September 13th, 1985 in Japan, Mario eventually got his own game called Super Mario Bros. And due to Mario's success, there was eventually a film. And the film feels like a self-entitled fanfiction. This was done by Rocky Morton and Annabelle Janko, who apparently had no idea about what Mario was. So the premise of the film is about Mario and Luigi, who are two plumbers living in Brooklyn, New York, and basically have this business rivalry with the mafia-operated plumbing industry known as Spelly Constructions. And also at the same time, Luigi falls in love with a girl named Daisy, who is basically the counterpart to Princess Daisy and not Princess Peach. I think Princess Peach would have worked better and could have given Mario more of a time to kind of develop feelings, and if not, interests in Princess Peach. Now, eventually, it's even revealed that when a meteorite crashed on the Earth 65 million years ago, dinosaurs were separated from a universe and into a parallel universe, which was later taken and adapted for a Sentai series from the concept Arbor Ranger that would have been later adapted to Power Rangers Dino Thunder. So after Daisy's kidnapped, as well as Mario's lesser known interest, Danella, who's meant to be the counterpart to the love interest from the Donkey Kong game, causes Mario and Luigi to rescue Daisy, as well as enter this other world. So I feel that the film comes off as not knowing what it wants to do. The point of Super Mario was that Mario was always meant to rescue Princess Peach, and was always constantly trying to swap Bowser and stop basically him from taking over the Mushroom Kingdom. And the Mushroom Kingdom looks like a post-apocalyptic world, and apparently feels like that the people in the Mushroom Kingdom don't look like dinosaurs. You could have had them as dinosaur-human hybrids, and you could have easily also had Bowser as a dinosaur-human hybrid. And what's interesting is Lena's, who in the film is basically shown to be Bowser's lackey, and you've got his two cousins, one of which who played in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, are shown to be the bumbling henchmen. They do slightly reform them, but not slightly. And you've got Toad's counterpart in the film, who's basically meant to be not a mushroom person, but one of the citizens of the Mushroom Kingdom who gets turned into one of the Goombas, who's basically just a little head in a giant body. I feel like you could easily have had Toad as a mushroom person hybrid and help Mario and Luigi to find Daisy. Now, throughout it doesn't feel like Mario, and what's actually interesting, even Bob Hoskins, who played in films like Roger Rabbit and Hook, admitted hated working on the film, and his youngest son showed him what Mario was by showing him the game. So in a way, it's kind of like when you're a parent and you have no idea what your son's into, and showing you the idea of it. And yeah, Luigi just comes off as a Brooklyn character, like Joey Wheeler and Wheeler from Captain Planet and Yu-Gi-Oh! Mixed together. And even John Leguizamo, who played in basically Kick-Ass 2, as well as playing in Romeo and Juliet, even admitted that he does respect some of the fandom for liking the film. And what's actually interesting is that even Bob Hoskins' youngest son admits that he respects his dad for working on the film, and even admits he likes it. So even at the same time, characters like Yoshi and that aren't really interesting. They're just thrown in there with no real motivation. And I feel that King Ranzel, or the Fungus King, played by basically Bishop from Aliens, is just shown what he looks like at the last moment, with no real giving Mario or Luigi medals. And there was even a sequel webcomic that showed what the creators wanted to do for a potential sequel. And the ending point was an inspiration to Back to the Future. And what's interesting is that one thing that they do use in the film is the bombs that looks like something you would get in McDonald's back in the 90s, or Burger King. So, and what's interesting is that the outfits they wear aren't used until the last moment, and you've got them having steam-powered boots, like steampunk style. So I think somewhere Mario was definitely a plum in the drain that needed to be clogged out. I think if it went to a better direction, and it even had basically Ruby Spears production or a different animation company to make an animated version, it would work well. So I think it deserves a thumbs down. Boring, dull, and not Mario. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.